Hello and welcome to the Hero Talks. Today we have a distinguished guest, Dr. Vineet Gera. Dr. Vineet Gera is an author coach, publisher, and author of 5 books. He has been recognized by India Book of Records in 2014. Dr. Gera provides 10 customized design templates for aspiring authors to publish books. He has also created processes to help authors write books in a record 45 hours. Dr. Gera believes that authors can establish their personal brand by authoring a book. Currently, Dr. Gera is helping 1,200 aspiring authors to write books, out of which 650 students have already published their books on Amazon. So let's talk to Dr. Gera about writing a book and what goes into publishing. Welcome to the show, Dr. Gera.
Thank you so much, sir, for having me here.
It's great to have you with us. So I think it will be an interesting chat with you.
Sure.
So because it's entirely a different subject for me. So I'm eager to know more about publishing.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Certainly.
So to start with, how did this journey start, sir?
Okay. I was very much interested in writing right from the very starting, from my childhood. And my first story got published in a magazine. It was a Hindi story in the year, when I was 13 years old.
Okay.
So that's how my journey of writing started. After that, I started writing some Hindi poetry, some small stories, and I used to send it to different newspapers, magazines. Few got rejected, few got selected. So that's how the journey started. And I'm thankful to God. I'm a blessed writer right from the starting itself.
Oh, great.
And, I do remember when my first story got published, I received 50 rupees as a remuneration.
Wow.
In those days.
Okay.
Right? And you can assume that today it's equivalent to 5,000 rupees.
Right. Absolutely.
So that's how I started my earning also at the tender age.
Okay.
After that, educational journey and that writing thing took a backseat.
Right.
But again, in the year 2005, I started writing a book on that was primarily to help students how to write your CV, how to appear for group discussion, and how to appear for interview and all. So it was basically focusing on interview-facing skills.
Okay.
So it took me 3 long years to write that book. And I went to Delhi to the different publishers.
Mm-hmm.
And I got rejected by 7 publishers in a single day.
Okay.
So that, broke my heart.
Okay.
And in those days, there was no concept of self-publishing.
Right.
And nowadays, we have self-publishers like us, wherein you can pay the fees and get your book published. In those days, that was not the culture. It was just starting.
Okay.
So, but somehow I catch hold of a traditional publisher. I got my first book published in 2008.
Okay.
And then I realized that during this 3 years of journey, I faced a lot of challenges.
Okay.
Lack of guidance, lack of publishing guidance, so many different challenges.
Okay.
So that's how the idea of creating a business, creating a self-publishing house started. And gradually, in the year 2014, I started it. I registered my company.
Okay.
But actively, I took this from 2019.
Okay.
So again, it took me a lot of years to, do the research and find out the solution for different things, creating the templates, how this can be, made fast. The thing which took me 3 years, now I help people to complete it within 1 month.
Okay. That's great. Great.
So that's how it started.
Okay. Great, sir. So you have mentioned about self-publishing and traditional publishing. So how do you differentiate, or what are the major differences in both?
Good question. A lot of people do not know about the difference between traditional publishing and self-publishing.
Right.
Most of the books, whatever you see on airport, bookstall, bookstores, railway station, most of these books are being published by the traditional publishers.
Okay.
They are big shots. They print huge numbers. They have very good distribution network across India. You will be seeing your book on different bookstores, airport counters, everywhere. And they do not charge anything from the author.
Okay.
Right from typing to editing to printing to marketing to distribution, everything they take care.
Okay.
That's the traditional publishing model.
Okay.
Wherein self-publishing is something wherein author is paying a fees to the publisher and getting his work published.
Okay. Okay.
And self-publisher, most of the time, rather I would say 99% of the cases, they have their online selling system with the help of Amazon, Flipkart, Kindle, and
Mhm.
these kind of online stores.
Okay.
They'll not have a distribution model. Right?
Okay. Okay.
Nowadays, few of the publishers, they have come up with a limited distribution model, but that cannot compete with the traditional publishers.
Okay. Okay.
But the challenge with the traditional publishers was the one is the royalty paid to the author is pretty less,
Mhm.
ranges between 7 to 15%, not
Okay.
much.
Okay.
And second is there is no control of the author on the book.
Mhm.
He cannot track that how many copies are sold.
Okay. Okay.
It's only the trust which will work there. Wherein in the self-publishing, you have every control. It's your
Okay.
copyright. You can sell your book offline also. You can sell it online also. You can sell it through your own website.
Mm.
Plus, you can list it on marketplaces like Amazon and Flipkart and other marketplaces.
Mhm.
So that's the liberty what you get. You get full control over your content, what you have created.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
the self-publishing.
Okay. Okay.
That's the main difference.
Okay. Okay. So how difficult it is to approach a traditional publisher vis-a-vis a self-publisher?
Okay. Self-publisher is always just a call away.
Okay.
You give a call.
Okay.
They'll explain you about their packages or pricing, whatever services you want. And accordingly, you can register and publish your book. It's very, very simple method, one-step method. There's no other go.
Okay.
But if you want to approach a traditional publisher, first you need to find out who is the right person. So that itself is a
Okay.
challenging job.
Okay. Okay.
Then they will ask you to send the synopsis of your manuscript.
Okay.
Some 10, 20, 15 pages.
Mhm.
And then they have their own evaluation method.
Mhm.
And they take their sweet time, maybe 6 months to 18 months to
Okay.
revert back.
Okay. Okay.
And most of the cases, they do not entertain the first-time authors.
Okay. Okay.
Because for them also, it's a huge investment.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
So they don't want to bet on a new kind of stuff,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
right? So that's how it works. So that's a little time-taking process.
Mhm.
But yes, as I told you, that nobody can beat them in the distribution setup.
Okay.
Nobody can
Okay. Okay. So it's similar to entering into a movie industry
Yeah,
where you try to get a break
correct,
as an actor. And okay. Okay.
correct.
So who is your first customer, sir? Like, what is the first book you have published?
Okay. When I started this Gurukul Publishing in the year 2014, I was myself as a first customer
Okay. Okay.
because I was nothing. I was not having anything to showcase. So first thing I thought, let me write my book. At least I'll be able to show people that yes, this is
Okay.
something which I've done.
Okay.
So myself and one of my friends, Dr. Maniguru Rajshekar, both of us, we did the co-author one
Okay.
book.
Okay.
So that was our first book to showcase. And then the journey started.
Okay. So what is your process of over the period of time, I'm sure you've published more than 600 books. So what is the process or if I have to approach you for the publishing, what goes into that? Is it as easy as ordering a burger or
Yeah, it's actually as it is ordering a burger. It's very, very simple thing.
Okay.
Give us a call, register with us. We give you the access of the course. It's a set of recorded videos. One by one, you can go through the videos. And most of the videos are having certain assignments to do.
Okay.
Right? It's not only I'm teaching, but I ask you to do something. Right?
Right.
And if you follow that method, within 30 days, your book is ready.
Okay.
Now, once your manuscript is ready, rest of the things we take care. We take care of the formatting, we take care of the cover design, we issue the ISBN number, then we list it on Amazon, we list it on Flipkart, we list it on Kindle, we list it on international paperback, every damn thing
Okay.
we take care. So your job is to understand the process, write it and submit us the manuscript and forget it. And once you submit us the manuscript, we take 3 weeks of time. That is the maximum.
Okay.
We try to finish it in 2 weeks, but just to be on safe side, we take 3 weeks of time and we complete the entire process. So that's the time what it takes.
Okay. So can somebody become a millionaire by publishing a book?
No.
Okay.
No. Straightforward answer is no.
Okay.
I'm not saying that nobody will become. There may be people, those who can directly, become.
Okay.
We have a lot of examples in India. But yes, that will be 1 in 1 lakh types.
Okay.
My way of looking at the book publishing and book writing is a little different. I always recommend it that when you write a book, be very clear that you are writing it for your personal brand.
Like an expression.
Correct.
Oh.
Right. Or if you want to write a poetry, if you want to write a fiction or maybe a motivational kind of stuff, it is something which will help you in two ways. One is it will give you the recognition.
Okay.
It will improve your brand. People will know you, right? And you can change your email signature for rest of your life that you are the author now.
Right. Absolutely.
We prefer to write degrees. Right? I am BTech, I am MBA, and this. So you are author also. So that's number one. Second is whatever knowledge or skills you are blessed with. Now, since you have created it as a book, now this can travel to generations.
Right.
Sometimes what happens, we immediately feel that now I should get the result of my book.
Right.
But a book can give you a result even after 2 years or 200 years or 300 years.
Right.
You never know that.
Absolutely.
There are a lot of examples. Punjabi में एक बहुत बड़े शायर हुए हैं शिव कुमार बटालवी. Right? When he was alive, nobody cared. But now his poetry is being used by Bollywood movies.
Right.
And so many different examples are there. So you never know. It's not for 1 year, it's not for 2 years, it's for the generations to come.
Right.
Yeah.
So we see many authors and publishing books, both traditionally as well as self-publishing. So from your experience, how do you see the Indian population reading habits? Do you think people buy or it has reduced to minimal number?
Okay, I tell you the chronology how it works.
Okay.
The maximum selling books are the academic books.
Okay.
The books which are related to school curriculum, college curriculum. So that's the maximum number of books, right?
Okay.
Second comes the self-help motivational kind of book.
Okay.
Which can help you to grow, right? The third is the fiction, novel, short stories. Fourth is the poetry. Poetry is a very, very niche market.
Okay.
Be it in any language.
Okay.
And the last one is the cookery books.
Okay.
See, we cannot deny that nowadays the consumption of knowledge is more in terms of videos.
Okay.
It's no more text now.
Right.
But having said that, the value of a printed paperback book was there, is there, and will always be there.
Okay.
For example, if I want to gift you something,
right.
One way is I can gift you a PDF file. Another one is I can gift you a book and get the photograph, get the signature,
Right.
So that makes the difference. That look, touch, feel factor can come when it is printed matter. That's the reason Indian publishing industry is growing.
Okay. Yeah. So compared to earlier decade, now the numbers are higher.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So in your experience, who is which author or has surprised you by their content?
Okay. I would not say surprised, but helped me with the content. Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Okay.
That was my first thing wherein it ignited me the financial aspect of the life, how we can use it.
Okay.
And another beautiful book which I read, and I always recommend that, is Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell.
Okay.
A beautiful book. And that's the book which is not to be read.
Okay.
Read it, do it, practice it, again read it, again do the practice. So bits and pieces you can read that.
Okay.
So these are the two, my favorite books, all-time favorite, I would say.
Great. Yeah. So from your own authors, who would you name?
All are my favorite authors. And that's a long list. Every author is unique. Your journey and my journey is not same.
Right.
And all of us carry different knowledge, different set of skills, different viewpoint, different, perception.
Right.
That's what we pen down in our books.
Okay.
So everything is unique. Every book you will find is giving you a unique thing.
Okay.
And all are my favorite. All 6
That's a quite diplomatic answer. Okay. So you mentioned about a template to your authors. So what do you mean by a template?
Okay. I give you one quick template for the audience.
Okay.
I call it FAQ SAQ model.
Okay.
Right. frequently asked questions and should be asked questions. ऐसे सवालात जो पूछे जाते हैं या पूछे जाने चाहिए, should be asked questions.
Okay.
So that's one of the templates. You write down the name of 10 chapters which you want to have it in your book. Along with the 10 chapters, for each chapter you can write 5 subtopics. Once you are done with the 5 subtopics, pick up one subtopic and start writing FAQs and FAQs.
Okay.
Right? And answer of those FAQ and SAQ will be the content of your book. That's one of the templates.
Okay.
Another template could be, only going by the expert advice.
Okay.
Design the table of content and only approach to the experts.
Okay.
Right? They are giving you the content and you become the author.
Right.
So like that, there are different templates.
Okay.
Right? Which I provide to my authors, and they can pick up any one or they can mix and match also.
Right. So would those templates work for fiction work as well?
No. Only for self-help motivational book. See, fiction and poetry, these are two completely different ballgames.
Okay.
And also, when I say that within 30 days you will write, I do not talk about fiction and poetry.
Okay.
Fiction can take 20 days, it can take 2 years, it can take 3 years, it can take anything. Because these are two very, very creative things.
Right.
And I always believe that fiction and poetry writers, they have more weight on their shoulders.
Right.
Because their purpose is to entertain. Right? If I'm reading some novel, I should be able to visualize that.
Okay.
Otherwise, the purpose of that writing is not solved. Whereas self-help is a different thing. Wherein you are consuming somebody else's knowledge, his experience.
Okay.
Right? So, fiction and poetry, these are, and also the fiction writer and poets, they are the blessed.
Okay.
Nobody can teach them.
Right.
If you have it in you, you have it. If you don't have, nobody can put it.
Right. So the same goes with academic books as well, I think.
Academic
research
books
has to be done.
Yeah. And poetry specifically, there is one part which I call it academic part of poetry. For example, let us say Hindi poetry. There are different types: doha, chand, sortha, etc.
Right.
There are beher, there is ghazal, there is different types. Even if you know the types, that doesn't mean that tomorrow you will start doing poetry.
Right.
So even if you know different aspects of the poetry theoretically, that does not mean that tomorrow you become a poet and you will start doing it.
Right.
So it is something which I believe that if you are blessed, you can write it. If you are not blessed, you cannot write poetry, you cannot write fiction.
Right. Absolutely.
But self-help is something which anybody can write.
Okay.
It's all about your experience, sharing your journey, sharing your motivational story, sharing your perspective.
Right. So I see a poet in you. Do you write poetry?
Earlier I used to write.
Okay.
Now I do not. I tried a lot actually. As I told you, it's something which you do not write.
Right.
Your pen starts writing if you have a poet in you.
Right.
Now I think my poet is lost somewhere.
Okay. Hope that will again ignite.
Maybe. But in my childhood, I used to write Hindi poetry.
Okay. So you have also mentioned about a process of writing a book in 30 hours in a productive way. Is it really possible to write something like that?
Yeah, why not? It's very, very simple. See, nowadays, we are living in the era of technology.
Right.
Nowadays, the AI has also come.
Yeah.
Now, when we say that we are living in technology, we should use technology in a productive way.
Okay.
That's what I always recommend.
Okay.
Gone are the days when you used to write it on pen and paper, then go to a typesetter, they will type.
Right.
Nowadays, we have facility of voice to type.
Right.
Which you can do it in your WhatsApp also.
Okay.
Then press the mic button and start speaking, it will keep on typing. You need not break your head on a keyboard.
Right.
If you use that voice to type, on an average, one person speaks around 150 words in a minute.
Right.
Even if you assume 100 words in a minute, in 1 hour, you can have 6,000 words.
Okay.
Now, my next statement could be an eye-opener for some of the viewers.
Okay.
In order to complete a 150 pages of book, you only need 30,000 words.
Wow, that's a really high eye-opener.
Right? 6,000 words, if you can do it in 1 hour, 5 hours, you can have a full manuscript of 150 pages ready.
Right.
Still, you have number of hours left with you. Then you can do editing, you can do rewriting, you can polish, you can add example, whatever you want to do. Right?
Right.
So it's a very, very simple process. The only thing is, when we say book,
Mm-hmm.
A big 400, 500 pages, thing comes
Right,
to our
right,
mind and
right.
it blocks.
Mhm.
Like, who am I to write a book? I'm not a specialist. I'm not expert.
Right.
When I'll go into my 60s, then I'll think of writing. So many things come.
Yeah, yeah.
But actually speaking, it's a very, very simple process. If you use technology, it's a very simple process.
Okay, okay, okay. So you've made my next questions easy by bringing up technology.
Sure.
So when you're talking about the technology, right now we hear a lot of words like digital writer.
Hmm.
So how authentic a digital writer can be?
Okay. Very good question. Very relevant question because I keep on getting a lot of mails from the subscribers
Right,
that, sir, nowadays ChatGPT has come. Then
right,
what is the role of a writer?
right, right, right.
See, we need to understand. Even in our old days, there was a concept of ghost writing.
Right, right.
Means somebody else is writing on your behalf.
Mhm.
Now, same thing is done by AI.
Right, right. Nowadays also you have ghostwriters. People write.
Yeah, we have.
Right,
But the same thing, if you look at it from a technology perspective, that's the AI.
right, right, right.
Right? So nothing has changed actually.
Mhm.
The way you will be guiding to your angel writer or ghost writer,
Mhm.
same way, if you guide your AI,
Mhm.
it will write for you.
Okay, okay.
And there is no harm of using technology. I always recommend, please go ahead and, use maximum of AI.
Okay,
The difference lies is, do not go and give the generic commands.
okay, okay.
The prompt, what you give to the AI, that is something which will make a difference.
Okay, okay.
If the AI is giving you the output, what you have in your head,
Mhm.
you are sorted.
Right, right, right.
Because it will take care of grammar, it will take care of language polishing, it will take care of spellings, everything.
Right, right.
But if it is giving you something which is shocking you or which is surprising you,
Right.
that's not what you wanted to write.
Right, 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 right.
So, in order to lead your AI there, you should have that, ability to write that prompt.
Mhm.
That's where the game lies.
So the author or the person who is giving a prompt has to have more imagination and creative skills or critical thinking skills
Yes,
rather than just getting some input from the AI or chat GPT.
correct.
So does that not if we are giving a prompt, so does that not make you're like in a co-author and a chat GPT is and also a co-author because the complete work is not done by the author?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really. See, today in the year 2025, we are having this question.
Right.
After 5 years, this question itself will be irrelevant because that will be the way of doing the thing. Without AI, you will not write anything. That will be the way of doing it. For
Right.
example, if I ask my kids to show them audio cassette or video cassette, they don't recognize. Because
Right.
they have not seen it.
Right.
For them, YouTube is the way of entertainment.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Since we have seen, so we can compare, we can talk, we can have it. I remember in the year 1984, 86, when the computer was introduced to banks,
Right.
few of the banks went on strike. Will not implement the computerization, it will kill our jobs.
Right, right.
Now today, can you have this question relevant?
No, 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 absolutely not.
If new bank is starting, can it start without computer?
Right.
No, it cannot. Right? So that itself, that question, that fear is irrelevant now.
Right.
Same way, this whatever we are talking now will be irrelevant after 5 years because that will be the way of doing it.
Right, 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 right.
Because AI is nowadays coming into every domain.
Aspect of life.
Right.
Yeah.
This is writing we are talking because we are doing this podcast on books.
Right.
But it is into designing, it is into coding, it is into, you name anything, it is there. It
Yeah.
can create apps, it can create websites, it can do whatever you want.
Yeah. Practically, it has taken over all aspects of life.
Yes, yes.
And
And
probably-
we, in our publishing house, we are doing a lot of book cover design with the help of AI.
Right, right.
We use Midjourney, we use Leonardo, we use Bing, the Copilot.
Okay.
We use Meta AI to design our book covers.
Oh, great, great. So in the future, AI will be way of life.
Way of life. Yeah.
So how further it's going to disrupt the publishing industry, AI? So probably AI is a blessing for a self-publishing or self-publisher like you. But what happens to the traditional publishers?
See, India is such a beautiful country. Any type of business has got its own market, right?
Right.
We cannot compete with the traditional publishers. And those who want to get their work done quickly, easily with their control, they will be coming to us. So that will always, it's a coexistence, which was there, which is there, which will always be there. So I don't see any, a great impact of AI or competition or nothing of that sort. It will continue. The only thing is these things will keep on merging into the business and these will become the part of it.
Right. So also I'm little curious to know among your authors, right? If you are taking the ratio, what is the percent of ratio of authors who are young vis-a-vis somewhere in the mid career or who are just writing for the sake of as a leisure part-time?
Okay.
How do you see the trend?
Okay. In my community specifically, approximately 90% are the people, those who are trainer, coaches, business consultant, and business entrepreneurs.
Okay.
Remaining 10% are the kids.
Okay.
Less than 20 years of age. And I really encourage them. I charge 1/3 of the amount from what we charge from the adult.
Okay.
And because, they are very, very creative. Very good in writing. As I told you that it's a blessing. If you have it, you have it.
Right.
And their stories, if you read, it goes out of the, things. So I always encourage them. They write beautiful poetry, they write short stories. And a few of our young authors, they do a lot of good illustrations also along with the poetry.
Okay.
So, and it's a very good way for the parents also. They should also encourage to get their book published. Because if you do some achievement at the tender age, for rest of your life, you actually can, be proud of that.
Right.
So it will improve the morale of the child, right? It will boost the confidence.
Yes.
And it also gives the opportunity for the children to, showcase himself in the school, in the friends, that yes, I have done something.
Right.
So that's the advantage. And once they grow up, when they look back on their achievement, even if somebody wants to take admission in some foreign university, like UK, US, Canada, they give very good weightage if somebody has written a book in the past.
Okay.
So that's the kind of advantages what you get.
Great. So starting your self-publishing businesses, right? It's nothing short of an entrepreneur journey, right? So I would like to ask some aspects of your entrepreneur journey as well. So how challenging was it to sustain your business? Starting a business is easy, but you have sustained it for more than 5-6 years now. So how did that happen? How did that journey?
Okay. See, now today, if somebody looks at that you have so many clients and everyday business is getting, and I also must tell you that in last approximately 2.5 years or 3 years, I have not spent even a single rupee on any advertisement. It's all business with the referrals, which is coming up. But the important part to look at my starting phase, when there was no difference in day and night.
Right.
So I have worked day and night to start it, to grow it. And I used to travel to different cities to conduct these workshops, sometimes free, sometimes paid. And my travel was extensive. In 1 month, at least minimum 6 to 7 cities I used to cover.
Okay.
And right from Cochin to Shillong, I have done the workshops.
Wow. Okay.
So almost every major city of the country I have conducted my workshop. Then gradually when the Corona hit the market, so thereon I made it everything online. So nowadays I don't travel, I do it online workshop webinars. But prior to that, worked hard.
Okay.
In few of the cities wherein we did a lot of spend on advertisement and very poor result.
Okay.
Very poor.
Yes.
So initially I used to travel and do the workshops. But after the Corona time, I have made the complete process online. So now I do the webinars and my course is also online.
Oh, great.
But in the initial phase, day, night, travel, and it was crazy.
Okay, great. So if you have to name one challenging moment and one fulfilling moment.
Oh, that's a very, very difficult question. One fulfilling moment I remember when I started and wrote my first book along with Dr. Rajshekhar.
Right.
And we published when we had that book in our hand. Rajshekhar was literally, he was in tears.
Okay.
It was a feeling like you are giving birth to a baby.
Right.
So that was the very, very fulfilling moment. And till today, I relate that moment with all my authors.
Mhm.
Whenever their book is released, more than them, I feel happy.
Okay.
Because I can feel what they are feeling now.
Right.
So that's the fulfilling moment. And when I say challenging moment, everything was challenging, right from creating a website.
Mhm.
That was a challenging job.
No.
And, after that, when I started it, in those days, getting the less quantity printed was a challenge.
Right.
Nowadays, we
You
have
have to-
digital setup. Even if you want one book, you will have one book.
Yeah.
There was hardly any concept of print on demand.
Mhm.
Always you need to keep some stock with you as an inventory.
Right.
Nowadays, it's a zero inventory model.
Yeah.
Whenever order is coming, then only we are printing and sending it to the customer, right?
Okay.
So those were the challenges. Gradually, I have, overcome, and time also changed. Market also supported.
Right.
So that's how it has worked.
Great.
And what will happen in future, nobody knows.
Right. So what motivates you to keep going?
It's my author's success which
Okay.
motivates me keep on growing.
Mm.
A lot of my authors, they are getting opportunities, awards on different stages.
Mhm.
They are getting opportunity to talk in TEDx, Josh Talks
Mm.
because of their books.
Okay.
They are getting opportunity to conduct the workshop in schools, colleges, corporate workshop because of the books. So that is something which, makes me happy. One of our authors, the book is selected by a traditional publisher.
Okay.
Right. So that also is a good thing.
Right.
So that's how, every day I keep on getting some or the other good news from the author, and that charges my battery.
Okay. Nice. So would you want to give any message to budding authors?
Okay. Not only to the budding authors, but all the viewers,
Mm.
whatever you are blessed with, please go ahead and write it, save it for the generations to come. Because, being a Hindu, when I do a training, I take a lot of examples from Gita, Ramayana, Mahabharata, but it is happening because they were written by somebody.
Right.
And this written message, even after 5,000 years are gone, but Srimad Bhagavad Gita is still, is with us.
Absolutely.
And still relevant with the time.
Yes.
So you never know what clicks you when. You never know where your expertise, where your knowledge can be utilized by somebody.
Right.
So please go ahead and, script your knowledge, script your experience, write it down, pen down, create a book. Even if you don't want to create a paper book, at least create an e-book on Kindle.
Right.
But go ahead with it. Don't stop yourself. Don't hold yourself back. If you do not know how to write, take the help of a coach or, coach or the trainer. But do not hold yourself back for any of the reason. There is no reason.
Okay.
If you have 40 years of age, you have 40 years of experience to write verse.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Great. So what are the upcoming books from your publishing house?
So many books are in pipeline.
Okay.
And most of them, they are academic books.
Mm.
One book will come as one of the young author is writing.
Mm.
So that poetry book is also likely to release.
Okay.
And every month we release around, approximately 8 to 15 books every month.
Oh, it's very great. Yeah, that's a great number.
Yeah. So almost every third day we release one or the other book.
Note.
So that's the kind of speed what we work on. If somebody wants to have a look, they can go to Amazon and search for Gurukul Publishing. They'll get the complete work.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. It was very interesting talking to you and knowing about your journey and the writing process as well. I personally have also learned about, and it motivates me to write now after listening to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much.